Australia is taking the journey to Vienna with Delta Goodrem and Eclipse, but has this entry blocked out all the other competition? Let's review Eurovision. So, yes, Australia will be making the journey to its almost namesake, Austria, this year with Delta Goodrem and Eclipse. They'll be hoping to do a lot better than they did last year when poor Milkshake Man didn't even qualify. Bit of a shock there. But they're back this year. They're almost kind of doing like 10 years on from with another kind of ballad, female powerhouse vocal. But what do you make of their entry?
Well, you mentioned Dami. I think you were alluding to Dami there, yeah?
I forgot her last name. I got
That
Grammy.
was, yeah, well, it was Australia's first ever entry, of course, was in Vienna. They did Guy Sebastian, and for a long time, that has been my favourite Australian entry. I've never rated Dami that highly. I think it's a miracle. Oh no. Okay, today's hot take. That is possibly the worst ever, actually not the worst ever, one of the worst runners up. I think it's a really bad
Oh,
song.
so
Like,
good.
oh no.
Powerhouse vocal, and we're getting one again this time.
But the song was dog shit. So I'm reviewing this year's entry anyway. Hot take is until this year, Guy Sebastian was my favorite entry from Australia, and I think this nudges it. This is not only Australia's most competitive entry, easily since Dami, and I don't really rate the song still. I think that was a really bad contest, and she got lucky to come second. She wouldn't have come second any other year. This easily is Australia's most competitive entry, and it is quite possibly their best. It is a little bit basic. Like the whole eclipse metaphor, it's the type of thing that you hear often at this sort of contest in this sort of, every singer at some point has a song that's to this vibe, but I think it is so well produced and it is so slick and it feels like a substantial just piece of music. I just think it really stands on its own 2 feet because everything about it is kind of so excellently done and her vocal is just extraordinary. I mean, we've seen her perform at Eurovision pre-parties and she wipes the floor with the competition. Like easily vocalist of the year with a song that allows her to show off the vocals. It's varied enough to mean that she can and probably will be playing the piano at some point. And actually, there's a grandeur to the whole thing because of the instrumental that actually it really, really stands out, I think. And having been a bit, oh, it's a bit basic at the beginning, it has really quickly grown on me. And I think this is really excellent from Australia. And yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with it. I will get to what we think we how we think it'll do in a moment, but this is easily Australia's most competitive entry for a very long time. So welcome back to good form, Australia.
Yeah, see, I think this is my second favorite entry of Australia's, and you're probably going to rubbish me, but I still prefer Zero Gravity. I
Okay. No,
love
the staging was better than the song. That was the one of the best staged entries ever, but the
it.
song was fine.
But the song was super impressive. Right, anyway, we're getting distracted. Point is, very solid Australian Eurovision entry. I would kind of echo everything that you've said. I think her vocal performance is stunning. There is so much kind of like very variety in the song that keeps it interesting. Like the melody is interesting. Um, there's kind of enough breaks between kind of chorus, verse, bridge, like la la la. I also agree that I find the lyrics just a little bit cringy. I think it's a real shame because I think like everything, and I think on the night I will look past it and I won't care. But like when I am listening to it, I'm just like, oh, it's just a bit icky. When we eclipse, I'm like, what? But like everything else is so good that I've kind of got past it. Well, I have got past it, I think. Um, and we've seen the kind of pre-party performances, and she is like smashing it. So if only the lyrics were just kind of slightly less cringe, this would for sure be one of my favorite. Well, it is one of my favorite entries of the year, but it would possibly be the favorite entry. But yeah, very, very strong performance. So they're going in the second semi-final. They're going 11th, just before Ukraine and just after Denmark. It's doing pretty well in the bookies, but so we assume it's probably going to qualify. How well do you think it's going to do, and what would you score it?
So I think this is sailing out of the semi-final. It is either, I think the winner is either this or Denmark from that semi-final. I think they are. It's kind of my mood changes on the day. I think, if I was putting money on it, I think this is the more likely winner of the semi-final, to be honest, just because it's got a bit more broad brush appeal. And I think to answer your point on the basicness of it, I mean, we both agree it's not it's not going to win a Pulitzer Prize for the lyrics, but it's inoffensive. And I think at a time when the contest is going through quite a big reputational crisis and when there's a lot of contention about who is taking part, why, etc., etc., something inoffensive. I think the contest needs something like this to do very, very well, just to slightly take some of the pressure out
Take
of
some of
the
the heat
Eurovision,
out of
some
it.
of the heat
Yeah,
out of it. I think the contest could do with something like this performing very, very well, and I think it will. Um, I can see this winning because I can see, something like Spaceman, Sam Ryder from 2022, not the best lyrics in the world, but the performance completely sold it. And it was inoffensive enough that people bought into it, and it did very, very well. But it won, I mean, it won the jury vote. I think it came fifth with the televote. And I can see, I don't think this will do as well as that, but I can see it racking up the points pretty quickly. I don't think we're going to get like a jury landslider like Nemo or Loreen, but if there's a song that's going to do it, it's probably this. And then the televote, I think, will respect it. So this has a route to winning, and I wouldn't mind it. Yeah, I think the contest could do with something like this winning, to be honest, just to sort of just get through a year of hell and then move on, and we'll see where it can get hosted next year. Anyway, I really, really enjoy this, and it's an 8.5 for me. It's in, I think, my top five of the year. It's strong. She's brilliant. The song is just, yeah, it's Australia's best well, forever, easily. Yeah, big fan.
yeah, I would kind of echo that. I think this is very easy. This could quite easily be the jury winner, and in a year where other things, where there might be some kind of split between jury and televote, like this could quite easily kind of come through the middle if it doesn't win that, doesn't win the jury vote. So yeah, I think this is probably top three, could easily win, which would be an interesting one to see what else, see where we end up next year. I am going to give this an 8.5 as well. I'm a big fan. So yeah, well done, Australia. You smashed it, guys. Um,
So you smashed it, girly. Well done.
Nay. But yes, that's what we think of Australia's entry for this year. Do you agree with us? Do you think it's a winner? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe and click the little bell so you get notified every time we upload a new video, which will be every day in the run up to Eurovision. But that's it from us for today. We will see you tomorrow.